I record these sessions just like the rest of my colleagues do, and it will be sent in a recap at the end of the session. I am going to ask that everyone please remain muted through the class. It'll get everybody out of here on time, and we will have a Q&A period at the end, so everybody can ask their questions then, or if you're worried about forgetting anything, feel free to put it in the chat window, which again would be on either side of my head if you go ahead and open it. Everyone should be looking at the opening slide, which is just a title card. So welcome to Social Media Monday. For those that do not know me, my name is Anuj. I am the field marketing specialist here in Santa Cruz in Monterey County. And let's go ahead and dive into our class today. Like I said, just some reminders. Please remain muted through the entirety of the session. We will take questions at the end, but you can always drop them into the chat, which I will also, again, check at the end of the session. Today's course is to provide about a dozen great ideas for content that you can use on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and your YouTube channel. We're going to talk about things you can already leverage that are coming from Coldwell Banker and how you can even build in things on your own to supplement and blow out these programs to get even more exposure for yourself and your business and help meet whatever goals you've set for yourself as a part of your business plan. And as always, you will get a recap, which includes everything and a lot of the resources that I am discussing that you can share and utilize as a part of your marketing plan for the month. So let's talk step one, some CB services that you can leverage. And the first big one that we want to talk about is our staycation giveaway. Clients for Life emails will be going out tomorrow. So today is an excellent day to shoot a small video that you can upload to your Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube channels, or use as a story post, something along the lines that reminds your sphere that your next Clients for Life email is going out. And if you don't know what you're talking about or haven't seen any of these emails in the past, like your Amazon gift card giveaway from last month, make sure they call you, DM you, email you, and you can add them to the list. And then tomorrow, when the email goes out, you can have a ready-made post, video, whatever works best for your plan, detailing what the program is. Again, 60 minutes or shorter, so it fits on a standard Instagram or Facebook post, and reminding your sphere that they can enter via email, or what I usually tell my agents to do is take your share on social link from Prospect Square and drop that into your Instagram bio and into the description of the video or the post, and tell your consumers, click below or go to my bio and enter right away. This way, not only do you get a great chance for winning, because again, the more people that you have enter, the better chance one of your clients has to win, but it's a capture point for new business. Anybody that enters that contest, you get their information back, and it's a you're going to get a good email, you're going to get a good phone number because someone wants to win the contest. And at the end of the drawing period, the beginning of next month, you can go into the analytics, pull out all of those people and move them to your CRM and add them to your business contacts. So treat this like it is and make it a new way to not only generate more eyeballs and blow out your online footprint, but capture new prospective business as well. Also, you can dive into your InTouch accounts to share any current, sold, or office listings. Again, making sure your consumers are aware of what's on the market. You can tie that into any market updates that you're doing or weekly updates about new listings, whatever, again, fits into your current marketing schedule. These are great ways to leverage what's already happening and available in your InTouch account to post right to your social media. As well as you've got holiday campaigns that are made available right in the InTouch Marketing Center. And all you have to do is go into your InTouch account, click into the Marketing Center, and you can see all of the most recent designs are filtered by usage. So whatever users are using most frequently, you're going to see right at the top, and then you can search for your own right in that system. Topic number 2, engage with your community. I have a example email. If you're in my region, you guys get these from me every Friday, and I make these and send them right out of InTouch. You include a little video, and in here, I've got all of this stuff I send you that you can send out to your sphere about what's going on in the community. And whoops, you guys didn't change slides. Let me do that again. Hold on. Give me one sec. I'm going to reshare the screen. And we were talking about emails that I send out to my sphere that look just like this. I build them right in InTouch. And these have, all these great community things that I send out that you can leverage. In the slide deck that you guys will get, you've got all of these great links, and I've got a handful of them open right here that you can leverage no matter where you are. But these are great resources to save and utilize so you can go and build great emails to your sphere and make sure that they know that your business extends beyond their current real estate needs, right? That's what creates sustainable and connected business and generational business with your sphere and audience. It makes them, or sorry, I should say it makes you top of mind, because now they're not just thinking about, oh, I should reach out to Anuj only when I'm interested in real estate, but he's also the great resource for what's going on in the community, where I should go to dinner, if I want to go to a park or whatever the case may be, right? If you're helping people set roots in communities or trying to convince them you're the best person to advertise their home, what better way to back up your sales pitch than to have a library of content that you've shared onto your social accounts that shows your connection and commitment to that region. Also, in BrandServe for social media stuff, you can find all of these kind of great Facebook and Instagram story posts that you can combine to drive traffic and engagement with your sphere. Story posts are highly engageable. They are a great way to read back those analytics to see how many of your users are just looking at things, how many of them are participating with things, and you can work with your field marketing specialist to try and drive those numbers into a more positive space if you're getting stagnant. Again, all of these are located in BrandServe with the keyword stories. And going back to some community engagements, I've got another couple of great things that you can think about. Talk to your sphere about home workouts or springtime activities that you can find. Screener is a great app that allows you to host movie watch parties. So you could have virtual watch parties with your sphere and screen a, family friendly movie and, mail your farm some popcorn and candy. There's all kinds of great ideas, again, to connect yourself with your consumers in a way that helps you and your business stand out and generate a ton of, like I said, eyeballs and engagement with your social channels. Along with that, I've got a great example of hobby videos. Again, I'm going to send all of this to you in a recap. One of my agents has a video just baking chocolate chip cookies with his daughter. It's a great way, again, when we talk about warm content and how you can connect with your sphere. That cookie recipe came right out of the activity guide, which I believe was February's Clients for Life promotion. So finding a cool way to leverage something that, if you're going to be making cookies with your kids anyway, why not use that opportunity to generate a little bit more community engagement with your sphere? And again, when you think about what is the business purpose this serves, this is shareable content. It's warm content. It reminds your audience and your sphere that you're more than just someone who can talk about school zones and square footage, but you're an actual resident and member of these communities that can become a valuable connection to that family. Topic number 3, going along with some activities and events, I've got a great resource library here of all kinds of great things that you can use to spark ideas. And then again, think locally, right? You guys are all experts in your communities. Find these kind of websites that you can save and then time block yourself. I think someone's unmuted. I'm just going to pop back, make sure everybody remains muted throughout the session. All right, let's go back to the slide. You want to, again, make sure you've got content that you can save and time block yourself. This should take no more than an hour a week. I make 2 emails, one that go out on Mondays and one that go out on Fridays to all of my agents in my region. And it takes me no more than an hour a week to put together if you take the time to leverage some of these resources that are being given to you, not only by Coldwell Banker, but every week by the marketing team and myself and my colleagues. A lot of these websites, just to jump back to this page, you'll see I've circled here in red. You've got where you can quick share a lot of these items if you've got something you want to just dump to your social media accounts, and all of them, as long as you're logged in to your, again, Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram on the browser that you're using, it'll allow you to go ahead and jump in and make a post. But I'm a big fan of taking whatever is in here, and like I showed with that email, find ways to share that messaging with your sphere and have it come from you, so you don't lose your consumer in the space that is the internet. You can, again, keep them directed to something that drives them back to your Facebook, your website, your Instagram, and not back to the Monterey Bay Aquarium website, for example. They can get that link or go right to whatever event you're sharing from your email. And topic number 4, I think a excellent way when we talk about, all of that warm content stuff. Now, when we talk about stuff related to business, when you want to go to that next level to get engagement and try and get someone to pick up the phone, being able to educate your consumers about what's going on in the market is vital to blowing out that online footprint and creating the kind of marketing network that, again, is going to actually generate some business. And you'll hear me say, again, if you've worked with me in my region or attended any of my classes, people hear with their eyes. Video is the best way to get this across, but it's not the only way. You can create blogs, you can create short videos, long videos, you could create mini posts with little icons or graphics you get at a brand serve, but there are tons of topics that your consumers are always going to be interested in. And I've got a couple of great video examples right here at the bottom. Again, when I send you this as a recap, you'll be able to dive in and look at some of this stuff and think about how you can repackage it to be vital and be vital to your own consumer, right? Because every audience will have a different message and have different needs. The needs for your consumer base isn't going to be the same as another one's. And the way to really connect with your sphere is find out what they're interested in, right? How can we answer questions that your consumers are looking for? And here are some good basic ones, right? What credit score do you need to qualify for a mortgage? What process do you go through when it comes to home buying? What's a good time to sell? What are disclosures? How do you calculate property tax? And the list is endless, and there's all kinds of great ways you can reach out to your field marketing specialist and find opportunity to create these into a marketing plan that is consistent and actively helps grow your business. Now, on top of the regular real estate stuff and peeks into the business, you can also advertise with the Real Vitalize program. And I have a lot of I have a lot of agents that are reaching out to their consumers with a great 2-prong approach. They've got a physical farm that they work, and we build the collateral around their target market. So, my agent, for example, might be targeting Monterey. So we are talking in the online posts and with social posts and blogs and things like that about market information that is relevant to those consumers that are getting postcards with his face on it and market information, and the Real Vitalize program to help as a 1-2 punch. And then you have all of the great social material that you can go hand in hand with that to back it up. So what you want to think about, right? We've got and I reference this here with Real Vitalize because there are great grab and go postcards and things like that that you can send right out of Express Docs or a core fact, and then follow that up and make sure that consumer, when they Google you or go to your Instagram or go to your YouTube, there's a video where not only you don't have to just use the Coldwell Banker one, but you could create one, or again, have a blog or a post on your website or a page on your website dedicated to talking about how you can help them invest in their own property to get more at the point of sale, and again, help your consumers better their financial situation, grow into the home of their dreams, whatever the angle you are taking. So this is another great opportunity when it comes to how you can educate your uh, educate your sphere in what you offer to them as a business. Also, I think this is my last slide on the education side. The flip side of that coin, and talking about all of the stuff in that first slide, is you can talk also as an experienced agent, right? And talk about, here are some things that I've learned in transactions. Anecdotal stories are great. They also, again, are a great way to make your consumers feel connected, give them a peek behind the curtain, if you will, as to what it's like to operate with you and your business before you ever sit down on the table with them and go, hey, here's what I can do for you. All right. I think I've done a sufficient amount of talking. It's about 20 minutes in. I am going to go ahead and open up the floor to any questions. If you have any, I don't see any in the chat, but you can feel free to unmute yourself and fire away. Anybody confused by anything I went over? Anything anybody didn't understand?
Hi there, this is Patty Gurr. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you, Patty?
Good. I came a little bit late because I had surprise visitors, but I'm a new agent and I really like a few things. In the state of California, I want to do a mailer regarding the new Prop 19. I believe it's a game changer for the people over the age of 55. And then in another mailer that you just expressed, if they can use the program for upfront cost to renovate their home for selling, they have the marketing materials, and then we get the list, and B, pay for like a beautiful slick campaign within a particular area. I want to do that.
So there's pieces of this that'll get further broken down. I would recommend, right, get in touch with your local field marketing specialist. So the pieces are all available for you to grab, go, and purchase from.
Nice.
The farm lists are things that you'll get from like a title company. So again, like I always take this approach from a very strategic standpoint with the agents I'm working with. I always say, again, the best way to reach your consumers in a way that's relevant for your business is to make sure that the information you're presenting them is relevant to them. So whatever geographic space you end up deciding you want to farm, the handoff in kind of making that marketing plan effective is whatever you're sending to those people. Make sure the messaging online reiterates, whatever is going out to that individual, or can speak to the community that that individual is in. So if you're going to use a Real Vitalize campaign, for example, and send, maybe one, there's like 2 or 3 different types of postcards in there, and you're going to do one every month.
Right.
Then I would make sure, like, wherever that farm is, you would, in each of those months, maybe have, something that talks about, create some kind of schedule where you can have, a market update on that community. Again, that's, relevant to that area that you're farming. So maybe like a county level, and then hit the like 2 statistics for that city. And then also talk about, the Real Vitalize program online, and make sure that, whatever messaging that you're sending out, you've got your own version. I think the Coldwell Banker video is fantastic to put up there while you just basically reiterate all of that information, but with your own talking head.
Nice. And another thing that's really, I think, is a really important for the buying and selling of homes right now, even though in my area there's no homes, It's a brand new law as of April 1st, 2020 for the state of California. The very first time ever, if you're over the age of 55, you can sell your home anywhere, any county, and get the tax base. So I'm wondering if I should almost market out of my area to bring people in my area, or probably.
So yeah, that's another like relevant strategy, right? Especially if you're trying to attract a buyer base, or a, I mean, there's, so again, this would come into, I would set time with your field marketing specialist and work out like what's a marketing plan going to look like, and like, here are my business goals.
Right.
Now, what's the best way to get there? And based on whatever, operating budget you have is, what you start to build that box within. So, a lot of this stuff, I usually like to tell agents to think quarterly, right? You want to make a good impression, I think, on a area. That's about a good amount of time to at least get a baseline for the kind of participation and engagement you're getting,
Right.
or how effective you feel you are in at least creating awareness of your brand and business within that community.
Excellent. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Because
I'm a big proponent, right? Like, physical is still great, but it has to be partnered with something digital. So when that person Googles you or goes to the Instagram or Facebook links that you're putting on your postcard, or if they're telling them, scan this QR code to go right to wherever, make sure there's something relevant for them to see.
our entire family is a digital family. We're crazy digital. That's
Perfect.
it. We live our life digitally. But yeah.
So good. I love the energy you're coming at this with. I would definitely set some time and say, and work with your marketing specialist to say, hey, here's what I would like to do, and how's the best way for me to calendar out the this pieces to do so, right? And I think every agent, because that's where it becomes different, right? Every agent, you got to look at your sphere, figure out where's that tipping line between, reaching out to them too much or trying to uh, capture them on social media, what kind of engagement you're getting right now, and then where you, because you never want to go from 0 to 100 with these things and bombard people, or more importantly, not have enough of a steady stream of content going, so that way something important gets posted, but like only 4 people end up seeing it.
Right.
So there's I think a lot of especially if you're new, I think there's a lot of prime opportunity to kind of build that foundation for yourself and your business, and start to reach out to your consumer base in, again, ways that's relevant to them, and kind of take those steps with them to develop, hey, my business is not only here for just this, but I can also be all of these things in the community for you as well.
Perfect. Thank you. Very nice.
You're welcome. And then Diane, you had asked, how many social posts do you recommend? I answered that in the chat, but just to say it out loud, a great start, and where I usually start with all my agents, is try and get to, sorry, not 3 to 5 times a week. I just realized I made a typo. 3 times a week is where you want to start with. I don't know why I put 3 to 5, but about 3 posts a week. And again, it always kind of bends based on, your sphere and how many followers you have at the moment, and what they're interested in. But I'm big on 2 business. Now, business should always be 1 market related, 1 community related, and then something warm. Like if you have a pet, share a pet photo. If you got a favorite, out here in my region, a lot of people sharing photos of the beach, surfing, just some kind of activity, again, so that people know that this account is run by a person, and that there's, some kind of inherent interest for them to follow. Plus, if you look at any really good agent's feed of, especially an Instagram one, right? A way to track consumers with scrolling them is, you've got pretty house, video of you, photo of, local, something local, restaurants, parks, all of this great stuff. So it doesn't have to always be business related. I'm a big fan of utilizing a social calendar. I'll send you guys the social media calendar that I work with. I think a lot of the field marketing specialists work with. It's an Excel spreadsheet that I always have my agents open up in the morning. You can see like, okay, did I plan to post anything today? Like, for example, if today was a holiday and you had the brand surf post already saved on your computer, you can go ahead and dive into that and just schedule that for that day. Preparation is crucial to these kind of things, and I'm big, on, if for starters, just plan weekly, right? Look at, okay, Sundays, I started my week, end the week on Saturday, and on Fridays, you plan for that next week and have whatever posts you're going to have, plop them on your calendar and be ready to go. Are there any other questions I could answer? I will definitely send the calendar in the recap. I am going to just share my screen one more time here. You guys are going to also get all of these resources and some good library spots that you can go to. So don't worry about that. I will include all of that in the recap. I am just going to also drop into the chat here the link to a survey you can fill out if you would like to let my managers know how I am doing or share any feedback of any kind. It is always greatly appreciated, helps make me a better instructor for everybody. It'll also be included in the recap, but I just dropped it in the chat in case anybody needs it. Are there any other questions? All righty, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. And